disconnected.
Okay, hello, I am Miriam, co-founder and COO of Keto Chow.
I'm Chris, also co-founder, president, and the technical guy. We are on early today.
Just a few minutes.
Well, we want to go do breakfast, and
we want to get some fuel.
They have eggs and bacon there, so
yeah.
we decided to go a little early. So we are at the home. If you're brand new to Keto Chow, it's a nutritionally complete meal designed and made doing keto easy. We also have some electrolyte supplements that are amazing for everyday use and for keeping the dreaded keto flu away.
Be sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel and hit the little bell icon for daily updates on all our Keto Chow happenings. These live streams help us be accountable and stay on track. Thanks so much for joining us on our keto journey.
Yeah, Blaine says, greetings, keto warriors.
Hi, Blaine.
Greetings, Blaine. Let's see if I can not. We have the phone tripod thing.
Balance on the suitcase.
Precariously on the suitcase. Anyway, so we are in Midway, Utah, at the Homestead Resort. We stayed the night over here. Peggy says the sound is low. Yeah, the sound is low.
Yeah, because we don't have mics. I'll try to shout.
But, yeah, so we're doing our snorkeling Scuba certification. And we stayed the night up here, and now we're going to go do our second round.
Yeah, we did 2 dives yesterday, which I thought was just going to be 1, so it worked out really well, because then we had less to do. Although I did get frustrated because I kept going up to the surface, and I couldn't figure out how to stay with the group twice.
Yes, and it is hard to hear us because we don't have our microphones.
Yeah,
so
sorry.
This is what you're going to get. Anyway, Blaine says, project, Miriam.
Sorry, should I bring it closer?
Hold on.
Here, scoot it over. We can be really close. Oh. Yeah, precariously perched is right. Is that better? Because now we're closer to the mic.
And I did put the mic on your side.
I saw that.
Yes. Anyway, so yeah, we are doing... Oh, we got to go to the Hideout Steakhouse last night.
So yummy. We've been there before. It's kind of expensive, but they'll bring you a raw steak, and you can cook it yourself.
Raw. It's seared.
It is seared, yeah. You cook it yourself on a stone. It's so cool.
All right. So Red Wine is here from Talent, Oregon. Glenda says good morning. And again, we're early because we're going to go get breakfast.
Yeah.
Let's see, Synergy is here as well. So is Jane and Peggy.
Hi, Synergy.
Synergy says shouting is good. Terry says I hear you just fine. Okay.
Oh, good.
And Rickwin says good morning, everyone.
Good morning, Rickwin. Hi, Terry.
Haley just texted me to find out what time the plumber's coming. He was supposed to be there at 8. So. Cool like Granny says, volume on max and leaning closer to the monitor.
Oh, sorry.
Now I've got that. Turn the radio up for that sweet sound.
Hold me close, never let me go.
Keep. Anyway, let's see. Glenn says, relax and have fun on your dive. And Becca says, good morning. Yeah, so yesterday I thought was a lot of fun. It was very interesting to just be able to keep going down and down and down.
Yeah, and I was.
Bottom.
Yeah, we didn't.
Yeah, there's not a bottom.
Well, it just turns into silt as you get further and down.
Yeah, I was kind of afraid because it's super dark, and I mean not like a cave dark, but way darker than I'm used to, and the visibility was
like
not that
feet.
Great. So it was like if you're not with everybody, you couldn't see. So when I went up to the surface a couple of times by accident, I'm like, goodbye. I should be panicking more, but we're all in the same hole, so eventually I'll find you again.
Yeah.
I just may not be able to find you going down.
And the instructor's like, she's like, where's your buddy? And I'm like,
up there.
Later I'm like, so should I have gone up with her? And she's like, no. During the training dives, no. It was fine for you to stay where you are.
Yeah.
In a real dive, yes. You would have stuck with your buddy even if they went to the surface.
Well, and she said in the ocean currents, the currents are usually fiercer, maybe she didn't say it that way, at the top than underneath. And so if I would have gone up and you wouldn't go with me, it would be easy for me to get separated from you.
Yeah, that's true.
But since we were just all in one little place, like, I was up at the top and you were down at the bottom. So
you need to stay with me.
I know, but I figured out what I was doing wrong. When I have to hold the little tube up like this and let the air out, but when there's no more air, I'm holding my breath and I am not thinking about that, and so that's making air in my lungs, and as you go higher, the air expands, and so I have to push the air out of my lungs to go down, since I can't get the air out of my, what's called a BC.
Yeah, buoyancy control device. It's really interesting. So we talk a lot about keto, and scuba diving is a completely different world. It's like, I had never thought about all this before, but you get to a point, you actually have to put weights on you to get you to the right buoyancy. And you get to the point where your buoyancy is determined by how much air is in your lungs.
Yeah.
And so you blow out and you go down, and you take a breath and you go up. Yeah. So you just kind of have to find this nice medium.
Well, and it's funny how what I was so worried about at the beginning, I'm not as worried about now. Like, I didn't have a hard time equalizing fairly quickly. It did take me a minute, and I have a different mask that has it's called a nose vent right here. Yeah. And so I can't pinch my nose like everybody else can. I have to go like this with two hands. And so it's hard for me to hold on to the rope and go like this. But I still was able to do it pretty well, and it's the deepest we've ever gone was yesterday, because we've only been able to go 14 feet in a swimming pool. So I think that just the different environment was scary, because it was so dark, it was so enclosed, and like you're in this dome, and it's like you're inside a rock is what it looks like, and there's all these stalactites hanging around. They're just little, but
they look like noses all over.
It's really funny.
Sonia says I'm here, but I'm late. No, actually, we're still early.
Yeah.
we jumped the gun about 30 minutes. 30 minutes. Let's see, we've been going for 7 minutes, and maybe 20 minutes. Anyway, so so yesterday was a good day. We had it was the last day for actually 2 of our employees.
Oh yeah, that was sad.
Well,
we got 2 new people, and we had 2 people go. One of our graphic designers, and then our daughter is going to college.
Audrey is going off to college again.
Well, that doesn't count.
It does count.
It does count.
And unfortunately, none of us were really paying attention that it was her last day too. So, but it was kind of cool though. We had a meeting with a consultant where we were talking about all the different, like, why you use Keto Chow and why it's good for people, and with different ways that we can present it to people. We're looking at new people, so because it's a little difficult to present the value propositions, as they're called, of Keto Chow, and why you would use it and what things it's good for. And I guess it goes back to when we started all of this, we were just doing it because we needed it, and we understand the value propositions, and it's sometimes it's difficult to communicate that.
Yeah.
Especially like we'll be at a trade show and people are like, okay, so what's this? And it's like, where do I start?
Yeah. So you should tell us why you use Keto Chow, because that would be cool.
TC's Life says scuba diving would freak me out. Synergy says I'm excited for you learning scuba diving. It will be so much fun exploring under the sea.
If ever we get there.
Right Family says good morning. Dania says good morning. I'm on spring break. Our kids are on spring break as well. No, next week.
No, not next week. The week after.
Well, they start
Friday. On Friday. The Friday of
That's
Keto Salt Lake. So a couple of them are going to come. Sam, are you going to come to Keto Salt Lake?
Maybe.
He said maybe. If Carrie Brown was coming, you would come.
Maybe.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's true.
There's a giant cement mixer driving around.
Wow.
You got a problem with that?
No.
Apparently not.
I'm glad that you're friends with Carrie.
Lois Blossom says my husband loves the scuba cert. He likes dark water diving for artifacts. Cave certification too. Wow.
That's so freaky. Ugh. Yeah, they talked about that too. And I didn't even know that, like, at our scuba dive place that we've been getting lessons, they have a bunch of, like, arranged dives that you can sign up for, and
there we go.
That's really cool. So I hope that we can do one of those sometime.
Well, Blaine says I use Keto Chow because it's delicious and helps keep me on plan.
Yes.
Yeah, but how would you describe Keto Chow to people? Like,
yeah.
if you're watching this and you're like, and you've used Keto Chow, it's like, what's your 10-second, how would
like
you
pitch,
describe? Yeah,
right?
your elevator pitch. Anyway, let's see. What was he going to talk about?
I don't know.
Susan says, because I use my food creatively in my business, keto and gluten-free bakery, and I forget to eat, and it's so delicious.
Oh, nice.
Mary says, good morning.
Good morning, Mary.
Debbie says, morning early today. Yes, we are. Well, we wanted to be able to go and get breakfast this morning, and it's at a weird time. So, Virginia says, good morning.
Good morning, Virginia.
Yeah, so all the people who would normally be getting on early are getting on. They're like, oh, you guys are already going.
Sorry.
By the way, if you didn't get a notification for this and you thought that you should have, it may be like, and you're on your phone, it may be that you have YouTube notifications turned off for the application. So depending on if you're on iOS or Android, I'm not sure how to do it on iOS, but I know on Android you can go into your notification settings and just, it'll be there and under blocked. And you just need to tell it, yo dog, don't unblock it. I mean, don't block it.
Unblock it.
Anyway, let's see. Peggy says Keto Chow is a liquid meal that you can also cook into keto recipes.
Oh, nice.
Jan says, I'm scared of water. I just eat meat and eggs, keeping it simple right now.
Yep.
It finally paid off yesterday. Lost a couple of pounds. I've been using Keto Chow for one meal replacement to get more protein.
Nice.
That's awesome.
I feel you, Janet.
Okay. And we're staying at this particular place, which happens to be where the dive crater is.
Yeah, it's just 2 parking lots over.
Yeah. But we're staying here because, well, Sam and I are allergic to dogs and cats. And all of the other hotels around here allow pets. Like you can just, it's an extra $10 for each pet you want to bring in. I'm like, that's not going to cut it. Because so Miriam was talking earlier about, you have to plug your nose and pressurize your ears. And if you are congested at all, it won't work.
Because there's stuff in there.
So
in your eustachian tubes.
Sam and I would have been able to dive yesterday, and we would have woken up this morning super congested.
Yeah. And they tell you not to do it if you have a cold or something,
Yeah.
too. And they even say, if you're going to take allergy medicine, like, you have to be really careful because you could be on a dive and then your allergy medicine quits.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden you're stuffed up and you can't equalize
equalize
anymore. So that's dangerous, too.
So Glenn says, I would say Keto Chow is a delish meal replacement shake that keeps me full and keeps me from snacking, a very important part of my food plan.
Yes.
Dollar says, my days are crazy nonstop. This is my go-to. I'm horrible at making food for me to eat. Cook for my husband. So he can eat anything and stay small.
Isn't that just how it goes?
Synergy says, Keto Chow has increased in value for me. With food shortages predicted, it's a big part of my emergency food plan now.
Oh, nice.
It may also get a small freezer for meat, but that depends on electricity. May also. Blaine says, Keto Chow is a delicious meal replacement. It's great if you're on the go and at lazy times when I don't want to cook. It's also an easy flavor ingredient when you do want to cook.
Nice. Thank you. That sounds great.
Debbie says, Keto Chow is delicious and good for you.
Yes.
Well, keep it simple, right? Kenneth says, my Keto Chow is life-changing. Is my life-changing healthy habits. Shauna says,
Nice.
Almost missed it. Happy diving. Yeah, we went early.
Thank you.
Isabel says, Keto Chow is the best return on investment. And when my health is what I'm investing in, it works. When I forget to defrost meat or I'm looking for something different than the same old thing, Keto Chow delivers.
Nice.
That's awesome.
Yeah, it's super great.
I wonder if Kate got the meat into the crock pot
I
yet.
didn't ask her this morning. She had
Maybe we'll have Max do
voice lessons at 8:30, and so she just left for that. So she's there right now. So she'll be heading home soon.
that. Janet says, I also have not been snacking this week.
Yes, Janet, I'm so proud of you.
Shauna says, 6 days until Keto Salt Lake.
Yes.
It is.
6 days.
Okay. Well, we're almost to when we should have started, so
Yeah.
we were kind of planning on
So
doing a
if
shorter
you're
one.
coming to Keto Salt Lake, did you send out an email yesterday or no?
I sent out an email yesterday letting people know that the schedule is posted and
Okay.
where parking is.
Okay, good. So you can come as early as 8 o'clock in the morning and see all the vendors and chat with people. And there are actually some like little sofas in a couple of places that you can sit down, so it's not as uncomfortable as other conferences sometimes. But then our first speaker is at 9.
Yep.
But we have Joe and Rachel who are going to be able to introduce themselves and talk before that. So
nice.
That'll be fun.
Debbie says trying to finish clearing out 2 upstairs rooms, 2 hours already, but need to do more boxes.
Oh,
so much more to do
always.
downstairs for Tuesday.
You always need more boxes.
Rick Wynn says Keto Chow is well worth it as a meal replacement. It has a lot more protein in it than other protein shakes I've had.
Yes, thank you.
Mary says Keto Chow doesn't spike my blood sugar. I don't take as much insulin.
Oh, right. That's awesome.
And Sean says, I heard wear layers. My order for warm weather didn't come through.
Well, we got out yesterday of the crater and went outside in our swimming suits.
It was nice and sunny.
And it was like, 60 degrees or something?
I think 65 or something like that.
I was a little cold because I was soaking wet. But I was surprised. I was thinking I was going to be colder, so I was super happy.
Yep. All right, well, we're going to go. People say, where do you get off? I get off right here. So you guys have a fantastic day, and we will catch you on